Good morning. We are in Explain 12.4.3 Beta 1. And I have a problem that I think I have found out what's going on. So I am using a Bigscreen Beyond with valve index controllers. And I'm using OpenXR VR runtime. When I use this combination, the VR controller image, the best I can tell, is basically its position is basically the default center of gravity. So, and it doesn't get, its position information doesn't get updated to match where my controllers are. So as you can see, I'll jump over here a little closer. So you can see that that's where it is. So it certainly looks like it's right in the middle of that easel. It's on the floor. Back somewhat from the easel. It is always in this position, always. So what I think is that the position it's being told right now is 0, 0, 0. So on whatever that is, X, Y, and Z, I think that's what it is. So that's where it is when it's in the hangar, and it's always here. It's always here, as long as, like I said, I'm using the Bigscreen Beyond with valve index controllers and the OpenXR runtime. Now, if I change the VR runtime to Steam VR, the controllers work just like they did in the previous version. One other thing, it's not. I'll show it in the cockpit. It's not easy to see here. In the cockpit, it's very, very easy. So I'm going to go in the cockpit. So we'll click on done. Now we're in the cockpit. Let me get myself lined up a little bit here. Alrighty, now I'm in a pretty good place. Go over here now. So hopefully you can see this. You can clearly see there's two controllers there. You can see the ring of the lower one and the ring of the upper one. You can see two thumbsticks. You can see two buttons. If I push one button, other button, thumbstick. Oops. Other thumbstick. So, I was calling it stuck. That's not what it is. The position that it should be tracking is my VR controllers, and it is not doing that. So, one other added piece of information is, go back to the hangar. When I initially installed 12.4.3, this enabled, hand tracking was enabled. It was enabled by default. I've used OpenXR Explorer. The Bigscreen Beyond is saying that it has hand tracking. Is that somehow related to why the position of the VR controller image is not getting updated? Is it related to that? I don't know that, but it certainly is what I'm coming to believe is that because of that, something in Explain is basically saying, no, we don't need to update these because they're not being used because you're using hand tracking. It's kind of what I'm thinking, but I don't know for sure. But One more time. I'm going to go back in the cockpit. Mounts over here. You can clearly see. So what this is the left image and the right image. Basically, so I'm gonna go, whoops, I don't want to go outside. So, not quite straight here. So my pilot, I can actually do it over here. So if I, whoops, do this. So you look at where this circle is here compared to where that image is. This circle is minus, I think about 0.3. So it is the very first one. So basically it's to the left, minus 0.3 meters from the center of gravity. It also is above the center of gravity. Sure enough, where that circle is, that's above this controller. So the controller is basically being put where the default center of gravity is in this aircraft. Sure enough, it's in the middle. It's up about where I would expect it to be, and so that's kind of what I'm thinking. So I wanted to do this video first, and then I'm going to file a bug report. Hopefully, I've provided enough information. What am I doing wrong here? There we go. Hopefully, I provided enough information to kind of figure out why this is going on. Because for me, this is a showstopper. I can't fly like this. I can't fly if I can't see where my controllers are, and all of a sudden, oh, surprise, I'm like at the throttle. No, I cannot fly like this. It doesn't match how all previous versions have been, and and like I said, if I switch it to the Steam VR, then my controllers show. So it is something that was added for this version for the OpenXR part. There's some connection there. Don't know what it is, but that's up for the developers to kind of find and hopefully fix for me. Thank you very much for your time. Have a great day.